Insect photography is notoriously tricky, even on purpose-built DSLRs, but on camera phones with their wide-angle lenses, it can be really hard work. But with the right combination of technical know-how and a few extra gizmos, you can take some really stunning close-up pictures. The key here is this clip-on macro lens, which I'm going to simply attach to the front of my camera there, and what that allows me to do is move in closer and still create sharp pictures. From there, the rest of this, on this thistle bush, what I have is this very busy little colony of bees and wasps and moths and butterflies. It's absolutely buzzing. What I have here is the opportunity to take lots and lots of pictures and try and find something that kind of works. Now, half the battle with getting insects is rushing around like a crazy thing and trying to be reactive and trying to find them in their location. But once you've found a bug that's hanging out for a few seconds, there we go, there's one right now. In fact, it's important to be set up correctly. So there's quite a lot of touching the screen for focus. The other thing that I can do while I have a look for a good subject is come over to the Pro mode, the expert mode. Your camera may call it something different. So what I'm going to do is swipe down this way to more, and I'm going to use expert mode. And what I'm interested in here is this autofocus setting right here, which is normally AF, but now we're going to change it to MF. Now I have options. I can swipe nearer and nearer and nearer. So that is the lens focusing closer and closer to itself. In fact, because I've got this macro lens on, I'm going to leave it at its furthest setting, which gives me a bit of room for error, and goodness knows I'm going to make some of those. I don't want the camera to be refocusing every time I move it. I want that to be consistent, and sharpness is going to be acquired by me moving the whole thing in and out, and fractions of a centimetre are what's in it here. So you really do need to pay quite a lot of attention. I can see this guy's looking extremely handsome, and there we go. As we come in nice and close, we get that lovely combination of sharpness. The background falls off in focus really beautifully. I'm feeling pretty confident that a couple of these frames are going to be really good looking. So I'm going to shoot a whole load more, always more misses than hits with this kind of photography, but something in here I think is going to look really beautiful. Now, because of the number of insects visiting the thistle bush, I've had to leave quite a lot of nice looking stuff on the floor. This frame though really stands out to me. I like about it the rule of thirds, which you sort of have adhered to here, where I've got my insect sort of looking across the frame. It's a nice wide looking image. I like the colour of the flower that it's landed on, and I really like these little kind of brushes in the foreground as well. It's quite wide, there's not loads of detail to it. It's not a sort of stereotypical macro photograph with loads of really minuscule detail. I like it as a wide, but I think there's probably something with a bit more detail somewhere else. I'm a big fan of this image. What I really like about it is how it directs the viewer's eye, because the only things in focus here are the bee itself, the flower that it's landed on, and then everything else has dropped out of focus because it's that bit further away. I also really like, and this was a happy accident more than anything, that the immediate background to my bee here is much darker than the bee itself, so you get loads of separation. It's quite an impressive job by my clip-on macro lens as well. I can see lots of sharp definition in the hairs across the back of my bee there. Nice looking frame. I really like this image. If nothing else, it's testament to the quality of that fairly unassuming looking clip-on macro lens. There is absolutely loads of sharpness here. Just look at the translucence in the wings there, or these veins across that leading edge. Look at the sharpness in the eyes and then across the rest of the thorax. I just think that's such a cool, detailed looking image. This is also about as close as I could possibly get to my subject and still get it sharp, because as you can see, my subject is nice and sharp, but even the flower that it's landed on is dropped out of focus. So it's a really clear image with loads of separation between subject and background. I'm a huge fan of this one.